Hello and welcome along to episode 3 and what I assume is very likely to be the finale of this mini-series from FM21 with me, Daniel. We're managing Scotland at the Euros, and today, after remarkably making it to the last 16, we face Spain in the European Championship second round. Certainly one of the favourites to win the tournament, with one of the most world-class sides you'll find. And for us, who sort of stumbled our way through after a brilliant result against England, probably a slightly poor and fortunate draw against Turkey. We fell heavily against France and relied on other results. We sent England packing and got through. So whatever, I'm probably a popular man in Scotland now. But we've got a tough test today and I'm not quite sure we're going to be able to get through it. By the looks of things, Spain are in the World Cup qualifying group as well. So that's something for Scotland to think about in the future. But we're not going to be worrying about that. It's all about this game for us. So if you want to see if we can get through it and whether we're going to create another episode in this series remarkably, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily content from 2 long-term stories. You can find most of the key playlists at the moment up in the eye above. There's a link to the food channel there as well and to the Twitch channel down in the description below. 3 live streams a week from FM21 and a lot to come from Euro 2020 as well. So hopefully you're looking forward to this game because it's a bit of a free swing for us. There is absolutely no way anyone is expecting Scotland to win this. And if we can get a result and send Spain packing, it will be one of the most famous results in the country's history. Probably not going to match the England game in the first one of the group stages where we put them packing in the Euros as well. And it's become more significant because of what followed. There have been just 6 days since the last group stage game, so a little bit of time to recover perhaps. But I've got a sneaky suspicion we'll be quite big underdogs for this. Spain have got everybody available. They're a world-class side. They've got a lot of players in their peak. David De Gea, the #1 goalkeeper at 30, for example. Sergi Roberto, Sal. They've got loads of players worth £60 million. Pau Torres, the centre-half. Azpilicueta at 31. Gaia and Reguilon, the left-back options. Busquets still a star in the middle. Thiago Alcantara. They've got great strikers in Morata, in Moreno, in Koke just behind. It's a wonderful team. I mean, the list is endless. It goes on and on and on. They could probably pick another 23 with none of these available, and it would still be heavy favourites to beat us. But that's why football's great, because we can still do it over 90 minutes. A similar story in Romania v Germany in the other match. But let's see what position we're in today. This is the squad we have available. You can see from the last game against France, where we played most of our backup team, we're probably not quite as strong as we could be. So let's see what changes are recommended. John Carver not giving us much advice. So we're going to go and pick our strongest 11. No point resting anyone for this one. No point worrying about yellow cards. If we don't win it, it's our last game of the championships. So let's pick an 11 we think can test Spain. So here we go. Scott McKenna not really fit enough to be involved, but we might as well fill the bench while we can. We're back to full strength. It's not a bad team by any stretch of the imagination, but it's nowhere near as good. We've got the naughty boy Ollie McBurney up front. He's getting himself in some trouble in real life, but the rest of the team is as follows. We've got David Marshall, the hero in goal. Hickey and Robertson, the fullbacks, with Tierney alongside Cooper at centre-half. Ryan Jack in a holding role as we opt for that more defensive midfield again. McTominay alongside McGinn. Armstrong with Fraser on the wings. And McBurney there on his own up front. It's a free swing. We've got to just go for it. Can we frustrate Spain? Can we keep them at bay? It's unlikely. But let's go and see if we can do it. It's probably the last game of the Euro, so let's go and enjoy it. Just the 11 changes from the France match as we really get back to our strongest 11. I'm not sure this is going to work out for us, but let's see what lineup Spain have gone for, shall we? It is pretty strong in summary. De Gea, Sergi Roberto, Ramos alongside Azpilicueta. Mikel Merino's in there, interestingly, but Koke, Busquets, Soler, Morata up front. I mean, it's just littered with quality. Unai Simon's an interesting character and one we recognise. If you're not following the head coach, go and check the recent episodes of that out in the eye above. You'll recognise that name from that series. But otherwise, it's a star-studded team. It's a brilliant squad. And we're going to have to be at our very best to even keep the score down. If Spain aren't, though, and we are, we could well do what we did to England. Let's go and get into the first half and see how long we can hold out for. Well, 21 minutes in, and our first highlight is us with a deep free kick. John McGuinn sits right, John McGinn even, I should say, gives it to Stuart Armstrong and now Aaron Hickey. Back into McGinn again. He's got support with him, switches left. It's under hit, it's poor, it finds Roberto. Though McBurney's nicked it off the defender. What a save by David De Gea. McBurney was pouncing. He nicked it off the centre half. Azpilicueta taking ages. And it's a wonderful save from the United keeper. It should have been 1-0 Scotland. But this has been a very promising start. The corner's cleared away. Ryan Fraser recycles it. Gives it to Ryan Jack, who worryingly is already on a yellow. But with 25 gone, we've had the better chances. We've had more chances. We've almost been even for possession. This is an incredible first half performance. Could we do it again? We've got another corner kick, 6 minutes to half time. Andy Robertson takes it to the back post. McBurney loses out. It falls for McTominay. Oh my words. What a goal that is. Scott McTominay with an unbelievable strike. 25 yards out, wrong side to curl it for a right footer. Across the goal, against the goalkeeper at his football club. Manchester United's number one beaten by Manchester United centre midfielder. Scott McTominay 1, Spain 0. That is one of the best goals I have seen this year. Absolutely sublime. And let's be fair here, we are very good value for this lead. This is by no means a smash and grab. Spain have been poor, yes, but Scotland have been at their very best. And if McBurney had taken that chance early on, it could be almost curtains at this point. 1-0 at half time, we keep the lads motivated. We know Spain can't be as bad in the second half. But can we do it? Could we get to the quarterfinals by beating England in the group stages and Spain in the last 16? Let's get into the second 45 and find out. Well, just as a side alert for a bit of a laugh, with 54 minutes gone, we've briefly overtaken Spain for possession. Who would have thought that from Scotland? And that shows that the game plan of taking it two teams has worked. As Fraser gets it into McTominay, who loses out this time. And after a wonderful goal, we don't want it to end like that. Goes back to Busquets, out to Soler on the right-hand side. Gets towards the edge of the box, out to Roberto. There's three in the middle. Spain have thrown men forward. And Koke's shot just over the bar. 2 subs made for Spain. They're acting now. But if we can hold on, this is a famous night for Scotland. 20 minutes remaining. We'll think about changes. The assistant, I know it's John Carver, is telling me to take people off to rest them from the yellow card situation. Are you serious? Look at what's happening here. Judge the game, man. Azpilicueta on halfway as the corner's cleared away. Oh, we've got to make some changes. But this is incredible. Let's take the 2 wingers off who look absolutely shattered. We'll do John McGinn as well. Or do I take Ryan Jack? Because let's be honest, he's on a yellow card and it's a very risky position to be in. I'm going to bring on John Fleck. McGinn's going to go in the holding role. Fleck will go as the deep line playmaker. And we'll just leave it like that, I think. There's no point us taking any more risks at this point. On the wings, we'll bring on the right, it will be James Forrest. On the left, it will be Callum McGregor. We've got 12 minutes plus stoppage time to hold on. Scotland are 1-0 up against Spain. They're good value for it. But Spain have come into this in the second half. As they've got it on the right again, John McGinn wins it back. Gives it to Fleck, the substitute. Experienced midfielder, works down the line to McGregor. It's an unbelievable opportunity to nick one on the break here. McBurney gets down the left-hand side to keep it in. Cuts it back to Fleck again. Into the boss. Forrest is there. James Forrest has scored. But I think we're going to VAR. I've got to be honest, it looked offside by a million miles. He was in a different ocean to the Spanish defence. And unfortunately, this will be ruled out. It is. 1-0 it remains. The buffer is gone. There's 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go. What a moment this could be. But it's a De Gea goal kick. Spain are throwing men forward now. Intercepted by Forrest though to McBurney. He's been possessed today. Gives it to Forrest again. Takes on the fullback. There's 5 in the box for Scotland. McTominay's one of them. And it's straight at David De Gea. Scott McTominay is on something else today. But De Gea's goal kick's long and they've left free up Spain. Soler gets it on the right hand side. There's 4 in support already. Through to Gerard Moreno. It's 1-1. We couldn't cling on. And there's the tired legs at the back. It was an unbelievable effort. But now Spain have got 10 minutes to nick a winner. Though we've got a free kick on the left with John Fleck. We've been here before against England. Fleck delivers to the back post. Cooper's up. Oh, just over the bar. We are having a lot of chances in this game. We have more than played our part in this last 16 tie. But Spain have got the ascendancy and they've got the fresh legs up top. As Kieran Tierney wins a big header. Roberto volleys over. Moreno's in. Had to be offside, didn't it? It's put in and the flag doesn't go up. Where's VAR when we need it? It's just come too late on. and we haven't got the legs to cope. We'll go positive for the last 5, but it's Spain 2, Scotland 1. I genuinely thought we could do it, but it's been cruelly twisted towards the end. A goal ruled out, an unbelievable David De Gea save from McBurney in the first half, and a wasted chance for McTominay after his wondrous strike in the first. But that's the difference in the levels of quality between these two sides. Gerard Moreno, this striker, was bought off the bench by Spain in the last half an hour. They threw an extra man up front, and it was a £56 million man from Villarreal. A man who has been scoring goals in the top tier in Spain this year. A man who is an unbelievable finisher. And a man who today gets his 6th and 7th goals of his Spanish international career. Spain 2, Scotland 1, a cruel finish to a brilliant performance. But this Scotland side have done themselves proud at the Euros, and for a rookie manager, I think we've led them pretty well. Let's go and have a look at our side this tournament and see who goes and wins it, shall we? There we go then. Holland win the European Championships. The Scottish FA are delighted that we reached the second round and think that we've enthralled the entire nation. David Marshall ends his international career, a fitting tribute to the man that got them there in real life. Let's go and have a look at the tournament very quickly to see who did what. Holland won the final against France, the world champions, 1-0 in extra time. In the semi-finals, Switzerland and our nemesis Spain were the two sides knocked out there. And in the quarters, Ireland reached the quarter-finals and lost 6-3 to Holland. Denmark, Portugal and Germany went out. So what was Ireland's path? Wales lost in the last 16 like us. Ireland beat Russia 2-0. And in the group stages, Ireland got through in a group that consisted of Spain and Sweden. But they went through in third as a lucky loser. And if it hadn't been for that late England goal against Turkey, they probably would have gone out. It's incredible stuff, really. Holland finished second in their group to Switzerland, ironically, but still won the tournament. And France, of course, were superstars in our group and deservedly got to the final. But let's have a very quick reminder of our 4 performances. The first one was certainly the best one. We started in a way we were never going to back up, but we almost did. Liam Cooper and Ryan Fraser with goals either side of Tammy Abraham as Scotland beat England 2-1. And it was a result that we found out 2 games later dumped England out of the Euros as well. A 1-1 draw against Turkey was a crucial result for us. Without that, it would have gone down to head-to-head and Turkey would have got through if they'd beaten us. So that, albeit far less effective, far less exciting, was just about as important for us. Then a 3-0 defeat against France with a backup team. We knew that was coming. Before the unlikeliest of efforts against Spain. A brilliant performance. A glorious goal from Scott McTominay. But a late brace from a substitute. A cruel heartbreak for Scotland. Put us out 2-1 at the hands of eventual semi-finalist Spain. A cruel way to go out, but a wonderful effort. A brilliant, enjoyable mini-series for me. If you enjoyed it too, please do put a thumbs up on it. Subscribe down below for daily FM21 content from 2 long-term stories. There's links to loads of my main playlists up in the eye above, as well as my food channel with regular content starting over there from next month. And you can also find a link to the Twitch channel down in the description below. We're currently streaming FM 3 times a week, and we're also going to have a lot of Euro watch-alongs. So if you want to keep up with Euro 2020 and have a chat to me while you're watching some of the games, then come and follow us over there, get the notifications on, and hopefully we'll get to have some fun over the European Championships. But a massive thanks for watching, for joining me as always. I really have enjoyed this mini-series, and I hope that I've exceeded expectations. I certainly have in my own head, but whether I have for you is a different question. Hopefully my new Scottish followers from FM21 won't run away after this performance. I'll see you next time for more daily content and regular streams over on Twitch. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.